Hello there, and welcome to episode 7 of War Hospital. In the last episode, we went ahead and built both our trauma ward and our chemical ward, and got those up and running and treating patients. In addition to that, we also have sent our scout teams out on a couple runs, and we will be moving forward with that in mind. First thing I do want to go ahead and do is we are running a bit low on rations, so I think I am going to use all the drafts we have to go ahead and order some more food, so that should keep us good for a while. I will do the rehabilitation assignment in a moment. Also, we see the scouts are on their way west. Let's take a look at what improvements we're working on. Working on the reagents production to go ahead and start producing chemical supplies, or basically reagents, I believe is what they're called. Next thing we might want to look at doing is doing the surgical ward enhancement 2. That is going to be a lot of drafts and a lot of freight, however, so we'll have to look and see how that does. Another thing I've been looking at, the special sliding system, which increases chances of operation success by 10%, and then also looking at such things like the medical drip, the low pressure gas tanks, and the sodium hydrochlorate washes, along with the eyes irrigation solutions. Basically, obviously all the low end stuff is what we're looking to go ahead and upgrade. So let's go ahead and hop back into things.
Engineers reached the construction site.
Alright. Insufficient resources. Interesting. Because they take freight and turn them into surgical supplies. Alright, well, we're low on surgical supplies for now. Or, sorry, freight. We're okay on surgical supplies. So I'll go ahead and move one engineer to rest and the other into the reagents production.
On the way.
Excellent. Now we might want to look at getting the food production also, because we are running a bit low on rations. It would be here the water mill, and if we're not going to be able to upgrade as quickly, it's probably going to be a good idea to go ahead and get this. So this will probably be our next upgrade, will be the water mill to start producing rations so we don't have to use drafts to buy any more supplies. Alright, so we have 2 people ready for rehab. And you know, I'm actually going to release them, I think, both from duty.
Sir, patient is cured.
Yep, and that'll bump us up to 43% morale. You can see how quickly we're going through rations. Definitely producing rations from now on is probably going to be a big necessity. Also might be a good idea to think about upgrading our freight, or our warehouse, so that we can store more freight. I think whenever the train comes in, we get a delivery of freight. I'm not sure how much that is, but we can see next train is Her Majesty, number 2621, and it's a cargo train, so I'd imagine this is probably where our food and freight's coming in. And there's the reagents production finished. So we should, if we go down to here, now see that we have reagents production. However, I have a feeling if we move someone in, we see it takes not just freight, but also freights and alcohol. Interesting.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Alright, so definitely gonna have to look at doing stuff for the engineers, and we're completely out of freight now.
Sir, operation was successful.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead and move time up, let things run. Hopefully the scout team will get back soon with some good information. And hopefully some resources. Might need to send them to the farm to gather us some more rations also. Oh, speaking of more rations, looks like the train just came in and delivered some. And we just lost a patient due to having to deny them. That's unfortunate, but it does happen. So what we'll do here, go ahead, move this guy up to here, and do it like this, so we don't have to bother that resting doctor. I was about to say, we do
Doctor is starting a new shift.
have a medic team in the cemetery which should be burying people. Looks like there's 2 there to bury. Ah, a French deserter. Scouts find tracks and traces of bandages. They lead to a village that seems to have been bombed by German aircraft. Men from the village work to recover what they can from destroyed buildings, but their exhaustion is visible even from afar. Understandably, the villagers are quite untrusting of the scouts. When questioned about the French deserter, the village mayor denies seeing anyone, but the scout commander notices some uneasiness in his behavior. We'll go ahead... Ooh. We'll go ahead and help the villagers.
Scout unit has started
And unfortunately, it looks like we're already out of trauma medicine, which is not good. In fact, I don't know that we'll be able to treat it all, so we'll have to wait and find out. Alright, so the scout team's gonna be there for 10 hours helping the villagers with repairs. Oh, we got an operation emergency. Here we go. Sir, the patient is experiencing fatigue, slowing in reaction time, and problems with decision making. I fear that this is a case of war neurosis. Without advanced therapy, there's little we can do to help him. Unfortunately, we don't have the necessary improvements, so we'll just have to schedule prolonged recovery. Unfortunately.
Sir, new patient arrived.
And we have new patients in CCS. Looks like they came off the train. So we will go ahead and have this guy, Aaron Brooks. We'll go ahead and set him behind the 3 hours because the doctor's still resting. And the trauma ward, we'll go ahead and set here and move this guy to here. Excellent. Alright. So we have, looks like, oh, quite a few more patients.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Alright. 2 in the chemical ward. That's not good. Okay, so this guy we're just gonna have to deny. We'll have to move this guy up to here. And we'll give it a go. Alright. 4 new surgeries, 2 stable, 2 good. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the stable to here. Stable, rest. Put the 2-hour surgery here. Set rest, and then the good here. And I think that's the way we'll do it. You can see we have got some freight back. Do want to go ahead and start working on a couple reagents. It's probably going to go pretty fast though.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
And we have a situation in the warehouse. Sir, it's been raining for the last few days. We discovered that there's been a small hole in the basement wall and it got flooded. And the food inside got all moldy. We gotta cut off the mold and use what remains, because we do not have a ton of rations. No assignments yet. Scouts are about halfway done.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift. Sir, operation was successful.
And we'll just have to keep things going. Patient denied. Admission, yep,
Sir,
we had to do that.
operation was successful.
Another successful operation, which is good to hear. We need to get that up to 13, and I want 10. Then... you prefer not to, that's fine, we'll just move you in. I need people making supplies.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
1 assignment awaiting. Hmm. We're running pretty low on morale.
Sir,
We have
operation was successful.
no drafts. Down to 32% morale. Let's take a look at improvements. Yeah, I think this guy... Nope, wrong thing. We'll have to go to... was it improvements? Water wheel, but we need to go here. Go inside. This guy we need to release to get more morale.
Sir, patient is cured.
Patient died during operation. That's
Sir,
not
doctor
good.
is going to rest.
And we don't have a lot of alcohol either. We might run entirely out of it, in fact. We are getting more freight now, which is good. We have a lot of patients in rehab. That should help with both morale and drafts, along with more patients being processed. Ah, lack of alcohol. Yep, they want us to stockpile 15 alcohol. Ah, French deserter. The scout team offers to help with the repairs. The village mayor is surprised at first, but knowing the exhaustion of his people is grateful for any help. Untrusting at first, the villagers warm up to the scouts after a couple of hours. After a day's worth of work, most buildings that could be repaired are mostly fixed. Thanks to the scouts' help, the work was finished faster than anticipated. Comparing rumors and things overheard during conversations, the scouts discovered that in recent days there were some lights and movement spotted up at an abandoned church. It could be worth investigating. And it probably will be. But that is a long journey. That's 11 hours. This is 16. That's 27 for more convoys. I think we're actually going to go ahead and assign him to go ahead and recover supplies.
Sir, new patient arrived.
2 new patients. Fantastic. 1 chemical ward. 1 surgical ward. Set this here. Alright. And we have no alcohol. Meaning I don't know if this chemical supplies will work. Maybe it's using the last bit of our alcohol. Looks like we're still producing reagent. I just don't know what we're taking the alcohol from. And we'll go ahead and speed time up again.
Sir, operation was successful.
We do have an awaiting decision here.
Sir, patient is cured.
Turned 1 patient to HQ. These other 3 can't do anything with yet. Alright. We are burning through rations
Sir,
rather
operation
quickly.
was successful.
But I do want to go ahead and make improvements. The first thing I want to do is do the water mill. Assign. I feel like for now on chemicals, or chemical reagents for treating chemical wounds,
Sir, engineer is
we're
on the way.
okay. Don't know where the water mill is
Sir,
going to be. Oh, looks like
engineers
it's the
reached the
engineering
construction
department.
site.
CCS is pretty empty. Yep, train brought more freight. Here we go. Food spoilage. Cut the mold off. Feeling sick. Many of them diagnosed with food poisoning. Morale drops. That's not good.
Sir, operation was successful. Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's see, how many more patients did we have? 13 and 13, so we're gonna keep those producing. The surgical supplies, I'll get up to around 40 and I think we'll be okay. There we go. Water mill is ready now. Oh, that's not very good. There we go. Put those two in there to help with that.
Sir, engineers reach the engineering depot.
And I'll go ahead and take these two guys out of the
Sir,
pharmacy.
engineer is on the way.
Next we'll go into improvement, see what we can do next. Let's see. So I definitely feel like healing, recovery would be nice, but this doesn't improve recovery time. I imagine the next things would. Yep. Patient rehab 10%. Emergency measures. Send soldiers to the trenches before they finished. Yeah. Triple shift. Don't really have time for that. Medical drip. Low pressure specialist lighting. I think right now the thing I'm most concerned about is definitely our resources. Might be useful to have improved scouting too, because of the fact that with an extra scouting team we'll be able to hopefully find more resources faster.
Sir, engineers reach the construction site.
Artillery bombardment! To the dugouts!
Soon have some patients coming in. And we have 4 people waiting. So this guy needs to go back to the front lines, I think. Quick return to the front line. Let's see. I think we're gonna pick up drafts. Send you, release you.
Sir, a dispatch.
Oh. Oh crap. They blew up our train.
From HQ.
Great. Major roles. HQ is pleased with your current performance due to your handling of Sergeant Clark Hill's case. Soldiers on the front line were inspired and there was a noticeable increase in morale. That's great, but unfortunately...
Dear heavens, how did this happen?
Our train just got
Probably
blown
a
up.
stray shell, or really accurate shot.
It does not really matter right now. We should focus on helping the survivors.
I already dispatched some of my men to the wreckage, Major.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel.
Sir, an articly attack this close to the hospital is certainly a violation of the Geneva Convention. I think we should report this to HQ.
I understand. We will prepare a report to HQ later. But first, we need to help the survivors and clear the wreckage.
Yeah, definitely agree
I will
with that.
send some of my men to start the cleanup soon. But I would appreciate help from your engineers. It should speed things up significantly.
You see the next train's not for 20 hours now. So it looks like the team didn't really bring much back, unfortunately. So we'll have to go do the poison and send the scout
Sir,
team
Scouts
there.
unit have started a new mission.
And we have the train. We are gonna send 2 engineers, Nathaniel and George, and they're gonna help with that. We do have some drafts. Unfortunately, we can't spend them now. Rations are gonna be close. Morale's not great.
Sir,
we-
Scout 2 is starting a new shift.
We must make do. And on we will continue.
Sir, new patient
And we
arrived.
have 16 people. Not great. Alright, so we have the serious first. Let's get the serious out the way. Lord, okay. Whew. Stable there. Then we have a whole lot of good. Wind severity's not bad. So we'll have to do this. Take this one up here. Then good. Good. Set rest. Good. And ooh, good here. And we'll set rest there. Alright, that's what we'll have to do for now. And we'll also have to put one of our engineers just on surgical supplies so that he just keeps producing some. Looks like we have more people coming from the train though.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
Or not. We look okay actually. ADS is currently understaffed, unfortunately. Looks like we're being a bit overrun. We have too few in the trenches. Fantastic. We'll have to go ahead and start putting these next few back into the trenches to help with front line.
Sir, patient is cured.
Looks like they were auto-released. We do have more patients going in for rehab now, which means that at the casualty clearing station, patients will be brought in for operations. Train clearing is going up. Alright. Oop. Let's see. Medic team, Travis Nevin. Over sarcastic. Others working with them perform slightly worse. Tires slightly less though. He's currently assigned to the casualty clearing station, it looks like. We'll do sarcastic, but idealist. So they work slightly better then. Do have more patients in the recovery center. We have another thing here. Unfortunately we can't send food right now. Hard feelings, choice consequences. Kean Matthews, the person who told you about his German friend, comes up to you in the hallway. Sir, thank you for the counseling sessions. I've come up to some conclusions. Of course, it still pains me to know that people get killed, but I can't change that. What I can do is do my part and help keeping them alive. Just wanted to say that, sir. Excellent. We have an operation emergency. We're gonna have to do the longer rehab here because he has trench fever. Because we need the medical supplies for other patients right now. We have another level up here also assigned to CCS. We're gonna do passionate, which means they tire
Sir,
slightly
new
slower.
patient arrived.
And we have more patients in the CCS, which we'll have to put here, move here, and move this up. Unfortunately, one of these guys is gonna die. I'm gonna do this, unfortunately, because that one takes less energy. That's literally it. You have 2 operation emergencies. We're gonna have to do the longer operation here, and another one. We're gonna have to amputate the melted tissue. Yep, and he'll no longer be fit for service, but that's okay. We'll take the morale. Okay, dokie.
Sir, new patient arrived.
More patients. Still can't do the send food. We simply just don't have enough. The train.
Sir, I believe that there is a patient requiring your immediate attention. General Horn was brought to the hospital with heavy wounds. It appears that a shell exploded during his inspection of the artillery positions.
Alright, well,
Sir, we lost this patient.
that's not good. Another operation emergency. Bullet passed through the patient's body without causing... chances of survival are much higher. Very good. Do you have 1 patient here? And... let's see. General... Yep. He's essential to our efforts in France. He cannot be taken to a hospital in Britain. Great. This guy is serious also. Alright, well... so here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to put the general in here, then have him rest. We'll have to fit this guy in here. See what happens if we move this off. Yep, we'll have to do this. That'll have to be the way we go about it. So I think assigning that there is a good stopping place for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you about what you liked. Always looking to make improvements. If you disliked the video, you can hit the dislike button, leave a comment down below with what you disliked. Like I said, always looking to make improvements. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and bye bye.